haven't done a video in a while. It's been a couple of weeks now, and I have been waiting for a number of things to come through in the post to materialise. I've been also been a bit stressed and strung out with work, so I haven't really been bothered about coming home and doing videos for YouTube, unfortunately. But I finally thought I'd better get my backside into gear. This will be the first video of a number of future videos coming up that will look at brand new releases, and they are shoot 'em up releases centred around both the Xbox 360 and also the Dreamcast. I'm not going to shoot me bolt yet and explain what all the games are that are coming out. I will just wait until they come out and I receive them and I can do a video on them. But there are a number of games coming out this year. I think 2013 will be certainly the swan song for the Xbox 360. There's a number of really good shooters coming out, and actually the Dreamcast itself is getting a bit of a revival this year in 2013 as regards to some shooters, and I'm just waiting for one to be delivered now that was actually released last week. But again, more on that as soon as it is delivered. I have received a new game for the Xbox 360, and it's called Caladrius, yeah, whatever it's called, it's that one. It is a vertical shooter. It is produced by Moss, I think, this one. Yes, it's Moss. So you guys that have played some of the raiding games on the 360 will be familiar with Moss. I don't know a fat lot about this game, so I'm going to sort of wing it a bit as regards to this video, and I will of course cut to some gameplay. I'm not going to bore the pants off everyone and do a full unpacking. I've took it out of the box, so I've sort of spoiled that in some respect. The game itself, like I said, I haven't actually done a fat lot of research on the game, and there are various threads that are running on various internet forums about the game and what it's all about and so forth, and from what I make up, it is certainly a bullet hell type game, quite similar from what I've seen in respect to a cave game in some respect. It is a vertical shooter, but the screen aspect ratio is 4:3, so it's a normal screen ratio shooter, but it is vertical. So I'm not actually sure what options I can have with this as regards to using it on one of my arcade cabs equipped with the Xbox 360. So again, I'll have a bit of play with that, and I'll just see how I get on with that. But I suppose we'll do a little bit of an unboxing. It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? I wouldn't like to spoil a habit of a lifetime. So let's see what we get in this. This is the standard edition. I can't remember specifically how much this cost. I think it was about £60. It's not cheap, but has an Xbox 360 shooter ever been particularly cheap? But who gives a shit, you know? So what do we have? We have the game disc. Yes, that looks like a normal game disc, but that's the game disc. And we've got the manual. And because this is the normal standard edition, I don't expect a fat lot, but it is colour, so that's one bonus. I don't actually know whether this game is a multi-region game. I will try it on my UK Xbox before I even try it on my Japanese one. I'm not sure, but I will report back as the second part of this video. Okay, it's a normal fare as regards to what you get inside the manuals. Like I said, it is colour, so that does make a change. You've got the characters, and there's a bit about the actual game and the shooting styles, etc, 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 blah blah blah. So I will cut there. I will fire up my Xbox 360, my UK one, and I'll see where it works. If not, I will have to drag out my Japanese one and I'll get some gameplay. Hope you enjoy the video, guys. I will speak to you again soon. Right then, guys, so here we have Caladrius for the Xbox 360. The reason why I'm showing you on my arcade cabinet because that's what my Japanese Xbox 360 is connected up to. I did try it on my PAL UK 360 and it's not multi-region, I'm afraid, so it will only work with a Japanese release console. One thing worth saying about this, I suppose, for you console nuts out there that have got arcade cabinets, is that this game is it's a high-res game and it is meant for a widescreen screen. I've been able to trick it slightly into expanding the picture out fully by using a remote geometry board on my arcade CRT, but I also had to put the Xbox 360 into widescreen mode, so 640 by 480 widescreen, and it enabled me to expand the picture vertically a bit more, but I can't get full horizontal stretch, and you'll see that there'll be some slight borders at the side, but you know, it is what it is. Now, I have sort of played the game slightly. I've had a couple of goes at it, and I'm not actually sure of the full mechanic of the scoring, if I'm being honest, so I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm only going to explain what I currently know, which is pretty much next to nothing at the moment, so I'm not going to do this game any justice whatsoever, but we'll have a look and see what we can go, or we'll see what we can do even. These are the options that we've got on the main screen: score, attack, achievements, leaderboards, gallery, options, and you haven't actually got many options, to be honest. And story. Boss rush is greyed out, so I suspect I must have to do something to enable that, get a complete run through, or I don't know, whatever. So we'll, oh sorry, that's telling me I can't do that, obviously, because it's greyed out, so we'll go straight to the story mode. And here you've got various options. We'll start off on stage 1, we'll have difficulty as normal, damage off. Oh, sorry, no damage off, so we'll have the damage on, so that's right. Demo, I'm not quite sure what that is. I suspect that may be something to do with cut sequences. If it is, let's turn that off and we'll start. You've actually got 3 characters to choose from, and I don't actually know what the power-ups really are, to be honest, on 2 of the above the 3 characters, and the only one that seems to make any logical sense is the middle K Percival, and you've got a 3rd one there, so we'll go with the chap instead of the females. You've got quite a plethora of shots. You've got your normal shot, which we're using here, and you've got these special weapons. You've actually got 4 in effect. 3 of them do different types of shot, and your other key weapon is a massive sort of bomb effect. But it's your normal sort of shoot the shit out of things on the screen fare. Like I said, I don't know what the scoring mechanic is, or really what the overall game mechanic is, rather than a survival technique. I'm sure there's more to it than that, so I'm afraid I can't give much more detail on that. But I think we'll agree that the game itself looks pretty stunning, actually. See, this is what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't speak and play at the same time, because you're going to get absolutely nailed. So if I fire off one of my special shots, so that's sort of a scatter effect. Now these only last for a certain amount of time, and they self-charge again. And you've got 3 of those. That's one special shot. That's another special shot. I would imagine on a HD screen, LCD, plasma, whatever, this would look simply stunning. It looks pretty good at 640 by 480, if I'm being honest, but why did I do that? Now you've got a pretty wild special shot here that I'm just going to blow. Right, this is the end of stage 1 boss, I think. And you've got a wild shot that basically combines all your main main shots together, but it only lasts for a certain period of time, so it drains everything basically. So it's your shit or bush shot, but I'm going to fire it off now to show you what it looks like. That's it there, and that's draining all my power basically. So after after that's used up, I've only got a normal shot left. And a special bomb. So I'll let that off and show you what that looks like. It is quite a sort of gothic look to this game. Sort of reminds me of a vertical style-ish of some elements being picked up from Death Smiles, which sounds weird, but you'll see some nods to it in a second, especially on the game continue, because the graphics there as regards to typeface are very similar. I mean, it is a sort of bullet hell type game, but I suppose tips its cap a bit to Cave, but not in its entirety. I suppose it's really like a normal PC Daimaku, whatever you call those games. I can't even pronounce the X I'm trying to play. And as we all know, I can't play and speak at the same time. And I'm going to blow this one with a big bomb. Cheat, effectively. And that's done absolutely sod all, that did. That was a total waste of time. That should finish him off. You should be able to see on the side of the games as well here, this is where the border is, unfortunately, but it's a pretty nice game actually. It deserves a fair bit of gameplay, I think, to actually get to know what the game is. Now, after your stage, I'm not sure how you get these, again because I don't understand the gaming mechanic, but you get what's been called here an ether chip, and it's obviously a power up. And what you can do, these are your 3 special weapons that you got. It actually shows you there what that special weapon is. You can cycle through those and it will show you what those weapons do. And what you can actually do, you can apply extra chips that you've picked up somehow during that stage and actually power up your power-ups, if that makes sense, and to make them more powerful. And again, I haven't got the foggiest clue here what's the best thing to do with regards to what power-ups make more sense to you, so I'm just going to throw all the crystals against one specific power-up. But as you can see, I expect the aim of the game there is to actually increase your special weapons. I do like the graphic style of this game, if I'm being honest, and I haven't played it that much, but oh shit, I should have got there, should I? What a plank. Right, I love firing that off. It's probably absolutely worthless in doing it because it's draining all my power, but it looks awesome. So the purpose of showing the game and the gameplay, it probably looks pretty good. With regards to progressing into the game, probably a bad idea. Yeah, that's basically going to come up to continue now. So, anyway, that is an extremely short gameplay, guys. Like I said, I don't really understand the gaming mechanic. I'm probably missing loads, but I'm going to give it a few more blasts to stick at it, and hopefully I'll get a bit more out of the game. But again, that's a short gameplay of Caladrius for the Xbox 360.